Kia ora koutou, Marky here, and this is probably going to be the closest I will ever come to doing an unboxing video. It's more of an unbagging video. Notice I didn't say debagging video because that has a very different meaning. Now you've noticed me flick my fingers across the screen already. It's only going to get worse because I'm trying to do this one-handed. So I have ordered some books as a local therapist is retiring and was selling a whole library of therapy books. Unfortunately I got in at the end, so I didn't get all of my order. Somebody beat me to it, but I ordered a couple of books which she kindly hand delivered. So they're just in a paper bag and wrapped in plastic bag because it was raining. So in New Zealand where I live, unlike the UK where I come from, people have mailboxes outside their houses, you know, where you put where the post person puts the post in rather than through the letterbox into the house, and consequently sometimes things get wet if it's raining. It's kind of easier for the post people because they just have to go around. The boxes are all at the very front of the property, but it's not so good for the receiver because you have to go outside. You have to remember to check the post. I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's like I'm not doing a pity party here. I'm not saying it's actually taped it up, which is making it hard to undo one-handed. So I might have to use an implement, whatever comes handy. There's some tweezers here. Not the ideal tool, but see, I told you it would be a messy video. So just a reminder, this is a channel for the purpose of this channel is to get help out there to people with retroactive jealousy. But we do videos on all kinds of things, and we have good content, but not much style or production value. Gwendoline, my new co-host, she does have production value and style, but I certainly don't, and that ain't likely to change in the short term. So here we go. So this video does relate to retroactive jealousy because one of these books that I ordered with RJ in mind, and the other one more general therapy, but particularly kind of couples therapy. So this is the one that's aimed at the couples therapy. The 5 love languages, how to express heartfelt commitment to your mate. So I've read articles on this, but I've never actually read the book. I don't think I've read this before, but you probably heard of this. Everyone talks about it's in the language now, isn't it? You know, what's your love language? And I think it's a useful model. So I wonder if there's a summary of the 5 languages. I'll just show you a list of them because I've forgotten what they all are. I know gifts is, well, here we go, look, it's in the index. Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. Okay, so just out of interest, why don't you tell me in the comments what your love language is? Not that I will be loving on you, not in that way anyway, but you know, what do you like from your partner? You know, what's important to you, and what's your partner's love language, and do you know? You know, and I think this is a really cool model because what we tend to do, it's like the biblical thing, isn't it? It's like the thing Jesus said, love, treat other people as you'd like to be treated yourself. Well, to a point, not that I want to, you know, who am I to contradict Jesus, but we all like to be treated slightly differently. So it's kind of treat other people as they would like to be treated. So our love language might be words of affirmation, and our partner's love language might be receiving gifts, and we might say lots of nice things to them all the time, and it might mean nothing, and they think they don't love us because we don't give them gifts. And really, you know, it's the broader, you know, it's a broader statement about empathy, isn't it? How we're all different, and equality isn't about treating people equally, it's about respecting difference. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one. So hopefully I can integrate this more into my work. So something I'm aware of, but it's not something I'm that's kind of become part of me and how I work. But it'd be quite good to embrace this more in my psychotherapy. So I do psychotherapy. So I will have a private online psychotherapy practice, and I will work online with people all over the world. I will work with anyone and anything, as in any issue. But I have my specialisms. But couple stuff crops up from time to time. It's not something that I advertise as doing. I don't set myself up as a couples therapist, but sometimes it's appropriate to work with somebody or to meet with their partner as a separate session. And also you're talking about whatever, one of the most important things in life for us is, and one of the most kind of troubling things in life for us are relationships. So not necessarily just for couples therapy, but for working with individuals when they're talking about their relationship, because that's what people talk about in therapy. If you've ever wondered, among other things, they talk about a lot about their relationship. Gary Chapman, the 5 love languages. So that's the first one. Now the second one, I bought this with RJ in mind. And you might think why when you see it, okay, because it's not a book about RJ. Oh, that's good. It's quite a chunky book. I thought, I'm not sure whether it was a slim volume or this is the one that I bought with retroactive jealousy in mind. Getting Past the Affair, a program to help you cope, heal, and move on together or apart. Deal with the shock and keep your family going. Talk to your partner without making things worse. Set the boundaries. Help. Blah 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 blah. Am I trying to get my clients to divorce? No. I don't try and get my clients to do anything apart from get well. Sometimes they do split up. Sometimes they stay together. People in with retroactive jealousy. Retroactive jealousy will often kill a relationship. But the reason I've got this is the feelings and the behaviours and the thoughts associated with retroactive jealousy are almost identical to those of somebody that has just found out that their partner was cheating on them. So somebody has just found out that their partner's cheated on them. They want to know everything, that they want all the details. How, when, what did they do? When did they do it? They want all the gory details because it's a situation of threat. Okay, whereas retroactive jealousy is there's no actual threat, but the brain perceives it as a threat, and people behave in the same way as that situation of your partner's just had an affair. So I'm not so much interested in the moving on and going through divorce or what have you. That's not so much my interest in this, but the processes that people go through on discovering their partner's had an affair. Hopefully this is based on research and has got some meaty statistics, statistically and scientifically based stuff in it. I'll give you a little look. It's a bit of both these books are a little bit ratty in appearance, but that's okay. Still readable. Chunky book. So although I didn't get all the books I wanted, this one is, for some reason, I just had it in my head it would be slimmer. So I haven't done too badly, really. I'm quite pleased. I think I've got some bang for my buck here. Reaching decisions together. May be useful, may not be useful. Depends on how good the book is, I guess. You can't judge it by its cover. But when I do read it, I will probably review it. Haven't done a book review for a while. I just finished reading a book on handwriting analysis, and I was thinking about reviewing that. I was a bit disappointed with it, actually. And for me, the jury is still out on handwriting analysis or graphology, whichever way you want to call it. So I've spoken, I've followed or what am I trying to say? Use proper words, Marky. I have become aware of a lot of people who swear by it and say it's very, very helpful. And I'm always curious about anything that particularly I'm interested in deception detection, not for my professional work so much, though sometimes it comes into it, but because I do some work in the forensic arena, but mainly just out of interest. I'm just interested in how you can tell when people are lying and how you can read people, really. And that's why I've done a couple of videos on true crime, not because I'm interested in true crime in itself, but I'm interested in deception detection. So statement analysis is something I'm training in. I've done some courses and continuing to do some personal training in that, and that makes sense to me. That seems very kind of sound. I don't have any doubts about the efficacy of that. It's not a 100% science, and it doesn't claim to be. It's an art, really, based on science. But handwriting analysis, from the little that I've read and learned, and where I've tried to apply it to real people's handwriting, I haven't been able to find any kind of links between the theory and the practice, which is disappointing because it could have been fun. So I've not thrown it out yet. I'm still, it's still open. I'm still reviewing that. The jury hasn't gone out yet on that one, but it will take a bit more to convince me, really, that handwriting analysis is kosher, but let's see. So yeah, I might write a review of the book I've just read. I've bought a bunch of books lately, so I've got a good chunk of reading to do. So yeah, I probably will do some book reviews. And if you like book reviews, I've done book reviews before, and I don't know if I've got a playlist for book reviews. I've got a playlist for reviews. But do check out the playlists if you want to find, because I cover lots of different things, but they tend to come under different kind of categories and follow different themes. So if you're interested in a particular thing and not another, check out the playlists. And of course, all the retroactive jealousy videos are on one playlist as well, and some that are on particular topics or fall into particular areas, like for example retroactive jealousy and partners is a playlist, so it just makes it a bit easier to find things. So I hope you found that interesting. Remember that when you watch my videos, I should say our videos now, because I've joined forces with Gwendoline, you are actually helping people, because the main goal of this channel is to get that free information out to people with retroactive jealousy. Yes, we do therapy, and that we charge for the therapy. That's how we pay for our dinner and our breakfast. But the bulk of what we do on this channel is free information, and there's a whole chunk of stuff. There's over 100 videos on retroactive jealousy that will give people enough of the tools to begin. And if your situation isn't overly complex, to complete a retroactive jealousy recovery just based on the information that we've got here free on YouTube, if you do the exercises and do the work, that is. Just watching the videos won't get you better. So all that goes out to people for free, but we're a small channel. We don't have that much range, but if you watch our videos or comment or like or subscribe, all those things make YouTube share our videos more widely. So just by watching this till the end, you can tell I'm coming to the end now, can't you? And you can think, I'm going to switch off now, but if you watch it actually to the end, that really helps. And so does leaving a nice comment and hitting the like button. And if you really want to help us, if you're really dedicated, you can help us out on Patreon, which is much, very appreciated. Thank you to any patrons who are watching this. So hope you enjoyed my books, and let me know if you've read either of these. I'd be interested in your thoughts on them, and I'll let you know how I get on. Might take me a while because I've got a big pile of stuff that I might read first, so don't hold your breath, but I will read them and review them when I get to it. Thank you very much for all your support. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Rangi Marie.